Yep, kia ora tātou. This thing here is what we call our Rataka Taio. It's an environmental planner. Obviously, it uses signals from the environment to tell you when it's the right time to do something. Now, along the bottom is maramataka. That's the standard maramataka. That one there come from Te Papa. It's used by the Star Dome, so the names are quite common. And we just went with that one as opposed to our own. You can have obviously your own maramataka along the bottom. For simplicity's sake, we've gone down over here and said if it's green, it's a good day for gardening. If it's blue, it's a good day for fishing. If it's red, then it's a good day for planning or maintenance or doing something like that. Yep. So this is the way it actually works out here. So you go down and this is how we're using it. Yep. This is us in Kaimari. Yep. So what we do is we come down over here and we come down into a really good phase like over here. So that's us, the middle of that phase, tangaro, yeah, which is a good phase for communication. Yep. And now we're saying, oh, this is how we use this thing in relation to Kaimari. Yeah? So we go down here and we say in the middle of this phase here, we go down and we wananga about everything that we want to know about one particular subject. In this particular case, we're talking about kumara, right? So we gather all our kumara stories together, all our experts, all our references, and we sit down there and we say, what does that look like here in this place? So it's very, very specific to a location, yeah? And then we go down and we say, from there, what does our kumara life cycle look like through the year, and how does that talk to our maramataka? And so we go down over here and say, well, in the middle of July, for us, it's the time to put down our pārekereke. So here's us here in the tamatea phase. Here's us here at Mawharu. Here's us here at Tangaro. Yep, regionally, where we come from, those are all good phases to put down your pārekereke, or you might call it a tāpapa, you might call it a whareika. And what we do is we go down here and we say that, oh, if you do it up here on that phase there, then the plants you get will be hard and tough. Yep. If you do it up this phase here, they'll be a lot softer, but they'll be bigger. And if you do it down on this phase here, it's sort of middle of the run. Yep. So that's how we're using. We're saying, yeah, in relation to what's happening in the life cycle at that time, that's the phase of the year which you do something. Sticking with kumara, we go through over here and we come down here, we say, oh, it takes about 6 weeks from there for that to pop up. So you say, oh, cool. So now we're we're missing August, we're just maintaining our stuff there, we're into September, and we come down over here and we go down into the huti phase. Yep. Okay, so huti, that's us taking our tipu off and planting whakatoa at the same time. Yep. So we go down and say, oh, okay, cool. Up here, regionally where we are, 6 weeks after that, these things will pop through, and it's a good time to go down and strip them from the kumara bed and plant them. And again, it's the same thing. Oh, what is the best phase in our region for doing that? And we go down and we say, well, if we do that in tamatea and we put them into the ground, then we will get plants that are really tough, and the tubers are not too big, but quite bountiful. If we go up this phase here, at the mawhau phase, and a little bit on the raka nui phase, and what we'll find is the tubers we produce are great big ones there. So we're aiming for a hui at the end of the year. We want to impress everyone. We grow these great big ones, but they don't keep as well. Yeah? So most people here are planting on the tangaro phase, because that's when you get lots of tubers of medium size. Yep. And then again, it's the same thing, rinse and repeat all the way through. Oh, once we've planted, when's a good time to go down and weed, and we just mark in all our maramataka, those phases, until we go right through to the end. And let's jump there and speed the story up a little bit. And we come through here and you go down and you say, oh, when is that? Oh, now we're at Potu Tarangi, And we've gone down there saying, oh yeah, these are all good phases at Tarangi for us to go down there and hauhake our pūra. And that's how we use the Mahinga talking to Kai Māori all the time. We say, what's the life cycle? What's the job in the life cycle? On what month? And what is the best phase for doing that? Yeah? That's just one Kai. Yeah? And we do that for heaps of Kai. We do that for Kunu, we do that for Taiwa, we do that for Koura, we do that for Kina. And so what happens is that's exactly as it plays out. It's the same thing. We wānanga, we find the best phase in the year to do that. Yeah? Okay, let's go to the top. Yeah? So when you look at the top of these things up over here, yeah, there's some tohu. And you got there all these tohu, and what we try and do is say, oh, what happens in these months to let you know it's that month? Pipiri in the sky here for us, when that constellation is visible at dawn. Yeah, you think, oh yeah, this is the month we're in. And you go down there and you say, oh, what's the temperature like in that month? What's happening to the water? What's happening to the land? Yeah, what are people wearing? What are they doing? And you go down and you line all those things up, and they confirm which month of the year you're in. Yeah. We do that, we read our tohu all the way through, and they could be things like, what do migratory patterns of fish look like? When are they moving in? When are they moving out? What do plants look like? What's flowering? What's seeding? Those are the sort of main tohu. What migratory birds are flying in? And it's tied into our activities. You know? So where were you in the PP Whareuro called? That's the sort of kōrero that we do. No? Okay, what else is in here?